Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Ariston and today we are going to talk about Python comparison operators. Okay, so before we write our Python code, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to check first if Python is installed in your local machines. So I open now my favorite IDE, which is Visual Studio Code. You can use any IDE that you want. Here in Visual Studio Code, you can also open up your terminal. So if you hover over this button here, it would show you no problems. And if you click it, you can see here this tab. So we have problems, output, debug console, terminal, and ports. So what we're going to open is the terminal. And if you hover over it, it actually shows you a shortcut that you can use maybe in the future so that you can do this a little bit more faster. So here, let us go ahead and type python -- version. So this command here allows us to be able to check what is the current version of Python that is installed in our local machine. So if we run this one, in my case, the Python version is Python 3.11.9. So if it doesn't show a Python version in your end, it might mean that you don't have any Python installation inside your computer. So go ahead and open your favorite browser. And here, let us type python-org or .org/downloads. This is where we can download the latest version of Python, and it will automatically detect the operating system that we're currently using. In my case, that is a Windows operating system. And the latest version that is available is Python 3.12.3. So go ahead and download the latest version. And after you download that, you can now go ahead and open your Visual Studio Code or your IDE, and then you can check Python -- version again. Now, if your IDE doesn't have a terminal, you may also open your command prompt and then you can try out this command here. And if it shows the Python version, it means that Python is installed successfully in your local machines. So let me clear this out. And then after you confirm that Python is installed, you can now go ahead and create a folder in maybe your desktop or any other file path that you want to create a folder to. In my case, I created a folder inside of my projects folder. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close first the terminal. And inside of this folder, I'm going to create a file. I'm going to rename that file comparison operators .py. So this is how we can create a Python file. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to close out the Explorer, and let me zoom this in a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better. So for this one, let me add a comment. So if you want to add a comment in Python, you just need to control and slash. And if you don't have that, you can also use the hashtag operator or hashtag sign here. Then you can now write your single line comment. So I'm going to write here comparison operators. So comparison operators are used to compare two operands. So comparison operators would either return to us a true or a false value. So sometimes they also call it the relational operator. And this is the binary operator, which means it only returns to us a true or false. And this is very useful when you want to control the flow of your code. You can use the true or false that comparison operators would return so that you can create a useful condition for your code. So first comparison operator that we're going to discuss is the greater than. And here, it will use the greater than symbol. And for the next one would be the less than. So it would use the less than symbol. For the third one, that would be the greater than or equal to. So the symbol would be a greater than symbol and then an equal sign. So for the fourth one, if we have a greater than or equal to, we have less than or equal to. So this would be the sign that we have here. Then we have also the equal to. So that would be 2 equal sign. And then we have the last one, which is the not equal to. So this would be an exclamation mark and then an equal sign. So let us first talk about the greater than comparison operator. So here at the top, let us create two variables. So let's create here a variable with a variable name of first number. So let's set this to 10, and then for the second number, let's set this to, let's say, 5. There you go. So for the greater than, this one would return to us true. So let's add here true if the left operand is greater than the right operand. So let's say, for example, we have the first number and second number. So let's try to print this one. So print the first number is greater than the second number. First number, and let's use the greater than symbol and access the second number variable. So if we try to run this one, as you can see here, we have a run button. It would show us that the first number, is it greater than the second number? It shows to us true here. So it means that the first number variable that we have, which stores the number 10, is greater than the second number, which is a variable that stores number 5, because 10 is greater than 5. So for the second one, it would be the less than. So for the less than, we are going to use the less than operator. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to print here, then the first number is less than, so this is the less than symbol, and then second number. So here we're just going to pass the first number is less than, and then to pass here the second number variable. So if you run this one, let me just clear my terminal and run this again. As you can see, the first number is less than the second number. It shows to us false because 10 is not less than 5. That is why it returns to us a false here. And here for the less than, it would only return to us a true if the left operand is less than the right operand. It's like that. In our case, the left operand, that would be the first number variable, and the right operand would be the second number variable that we have here. In our case, 10 is not less than 5. That is why it returns to us a false here. And for the next one, that would be the greater than or equal to. So for this one, it would return to us a true if the left operand is greater than or equal to the right operand. There you go. So here, what you're going to do first is you're going to use the print, and then we are going to check if the first number is greater than or equal to the second number. So for this one, we are going to access first the first number variable, then use the greater than or equal to, and then we're going to access the second number. Now, if we save this and let's try to run it will show to us that it is true. So it would check first if the first number is greater than the second number. So in this case, it is true. And we also have here greater than or equal to. So it would be true if the first number is greater than or equal to the second number. So let's say, for example, we change the second number here and change it to 10. So if we save this one and let's try to run it out again, let me just clear my terminal. It shows here true still. So 10 is not greater than 10, but 10 is equal to 10 here. So that is why it returns to us a true. And let's say, for example, the second number, let's set this to 11. And let's try to run this out again. Let's clear this one first and then run this one out again. And here, as you can see, the first number is not greater than the second number because the first number we have is 10. The second number is 11. That is why it returns to us a false here. So we will only get a true if the first number or the left operand is greater than the right operand. So let me go ahead and return this again to 5. Then let's move on to the next one. Now for the next one, this would be the less than or equal to operator. So let's go ahead and add here a comment. So it would return to us a true if the left operand is less than or equal to the right operand. So let's go ahead and use the print again. And then here, going to check if the first number is less than or equal to the second number. So let me add here a comma. So for this one, we're going to pass first the first number. Then here, we're going to use the less than or equal to, and then the second number. Just like this one right here. Now for this one, let us go ahead and clear our terminal. And then open terminal again and then click the run button. As you can see, the first number, it's going to check if the first number is less than the second number. It shows here to us false. So the reason why it shows to us false is because 10 is not less than 5. It is greater than 5. That is why it returns to us false. Now if we change this one to a different number, let's say for example 12. And let's try to run this out again. Let me clear my screen. Then click the run button here. As you can see, it returns to us true because the first number is less than the second number. So the first number, which is 10, is currently less than the number 12. That is why it returns to us a true here. So let me go ahead and clear out my terminal again. And then let's move on to the next one. So for the next one, this would be the equal to. So let me just push this down for a bit. Now for the equal to, it would return to us a true if the operand are equal. So we have here, let us use the print again, and then the first number, is it equal to the second number? Let's add here a comma. So first thing that we're going to do is access the first number variable. Then we are going to check if it is equal to the second number. Now, this equal to here, as you can see, we are using two equal sign. So please don't think that this is a assignment operator wherein we are assigning a value to the first number, or we are creating a variable. So what we're doing here is we are going to check if both of this operand that we have here are equal. And if we run this one, let us click the Run Python File button. So as you can see, the first number, is it equal to the second number? So let's look at our given again. Here, the first number is 10, then the second number is 12. So it returns to us false because 10 is not equal to 12. So if we try to change this 12 and change it to 10 again, then let us clear our terminal. And then let's try to run the Python file again. So the first number is now equal to the second number that we have here. That is why it returns to us a true. So that is the equal to comparison operator. So we are down to the last one, which is the not equal to. So for the not equal to, it would return to us true if the operands are not equal. So let's go ahead and use the print and the first number, and then we're going to use the exclamation before the equal sign and then the second number. Just use here a comma, and here we're going to pass the first number, and we're going to use the exclamation mark before the equal sign and then the second number. And if we save this one, let's try to clear our terminal again and then run this one. As you can see here, we have the first number not equal to the second number. So we're checking if the first number is not equal to the second number. It shows here false. So why does it show here false? Let us go ahead and open our, or look at our given. So currently the first number and the second number is equal to 10. That is why they are equal. Now let's change the second number to, let's say, 12. And if we save this one and clear out our terminal and run our Python file again, it shows to us that the first number, is it not equal to the second number? Here it shows to us true because 10 is not equal to 12. So that would be the Python comparison operators. So I hope you learned a lot in our topic for today. And if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and go subscribe to the OneCodeCamp YouTube channel. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good day ahead.